Rolling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Weekly Cinema, the totally weekly podcast that makes a new episode every week. It's a miracle. We just, missed a couple weeks or months or two. I'm your host, Gabe Late, here with my co-host,
Mechanical Man,
and joined once again by
me.
What's your name, me?
Max.
Okay.
Max Cruz.
Max Cruz. God, we're off to a great start. Yes, I'm very excited. We are finally back in the show. Oh yeah, and
we graduated in 11 weeks.
11 weeks. Yeah, the countdown really plummeted all of a sudden. Maybe it's because we haven't done an episode in a bit. Anyways, so basically we are here today to do a episode because of a certain award show coming up. You saw the title. It's the Oscars. Woo! It's the 98th annual Oscars. Dude, by the time it's the 100th, maybe me or Max will be up there.
Yeah, in 2 years.
In 2 years, maybe. There is such thing as a student Oscar, as I've learned. And I've learned that UNCSA has had a couple people, filmmaking students, who have gotten their films winning a student Oscar. So it's a possibility. And wherever you go to college, it might be. But in 2 years, you'll be a senior.
Yeah.
You'll be in our place. So I don't know, make a crazy film in high school. You could break records. Anyways, so we're here today to predict the winners, just like we did for the Emmys, but this one I'm really excited about because this is what the podcast is about. It's not shows, it is movies. And there's a lot of great movies this year. Before we get into it, let's give a forewarning, because if there's anyone new watching, I'm sure people are going to get mad at me and McKenna's incredible movie knowledge. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. McKenna, I'm assuming you haven't seen many of the movies that are nominated?
No. I've seen maybe a couple, but not so much.
Gotcha.
That are on here.
Yeah. That's all right. Personally, I've seen half of the Best Picture nominees. I am going to watch more by the time the Oscars happens. I just haven't had a chance before this episode. But I haven't seen a lot of I've seen the major ones, I will say, but there's still a couple I haven't seen, which we'll talk about later. But do note that I am, engaged a lot in the public discourse around the Oscars and stuff. So I do still have a pretty good idea. I do know what these movies are about. I know pretty much all of them.
And,
but I just haven't seen all of them.
If
I've seen
anyone knows how the Emmys version of this went, I go with my gut. So
that's probably what I'm gonna do too, and that's for the best. Max though sees a lot of movies. How many have you seen out of the Best Picture noms?
It's 8 that gets nominated?
10.
Oh, 10.
So I've only seen 5 of the 10.
I think I've seen 5 or 6. Yeah.
5 or 6 of the 10.
About
Okay.
half, yeah.
But you're also the same as me. You're pretty engaged in public discourse.
I know
so.
most of them.
Sweet. All right. Well, let's get right into it then. Before we get into it, thanks for watching, subscribing, and we will try and be more consistent with episodes, I promise. And we'll see you in 2 months. Anyways, all right.
I didn't expect to do that accurately.
We are filming this after the Oscars, right the day after, because for some reason I wasn't able to export our predictions in time. So, it wasn't my fault. It
rendered wrong.
It rendered wrong.
So before you come for us, no, we did these predictions beforehand.
Yeah. And I'll intercut them.
Yeah. I'm innocent.
But let's see who won, and let's see who got the most correct. There was a lot of surprises, but I think a lot of expected ones for sure. There was nothing too crazy. There
were some that made some people mad.
No one slapped each other. That was good. Yeah, I know, unfortunately. I just want a list. Just give me a list of the winners. Okay. All right, let's start with in the order of how we had it right here. Okay. All right, let's begin. So the first category is Best Costume Design. The nominees are Avatar, Fire and Ash. I'm not going to read the names. They're going to get their moment at the Oscars. This is just a podcast. We don't have much time, so I'm sorry. All right, don't attack us. We're just going to name the movies. Avatar, Fire and Ash, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Sinners. All right. I have seen all but one of these movies, which is Hamnet. I have not seen Hamnet yet. My personal pick. Well, first off, I think the obvious blaring whoa that I saw when there was reactions to this was Avatar: Fire and Ash is a mostly CGI movie, and the fact that it got nominated for Best Costume Design is really funny and really weird. I mean, dude, that opens a whole can of worms of like, okay, can now character designs kind of be nominated for costume design basically at that point? Like, very little physical costumes in that movie, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna give my pick personally to, I gotta say, Frankenstein. Frankenstein's costume design. I mean, everything visually about that movie is stunning. But the costume design is just top notch. It's so good, and yeah, I think that's got to be my pick. What about you guys?
So I feel like Avatar should not count, just because I feel like, I don't know, that feels like the odd one out here, like you said. Personally, I have not seen any of these movies that are nominated for the specific award. However, I have seen the trailer to Sinners, and I have seen like some costume design of Frankenstein. So to me, I feel like it should go to Frankenstein just because it's so like out there, you know?
Okay,
That's what I think.
Max.
Well, first I want to say, out of all of these,
Yeah.
I do think Avatar looks the best.
Okay.
But we're not talking about looking the best. We're not talking about character design. We're talking about costume design. So obviously, like, you can't go with that. It's basically all CGI.
Yeah.
Frankenstein is beautiful, don't get me wrong. But I think just the aesthetic of a 30s, like, old-time America vibe, it just looks so good when it's brought to screen. So for that reason, I have to go with Sinners.
Oh, Sinners. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sinners is Sinners' costumes is incredible. That would have been second or third choice. Again, I haven't seen Hamnet, so
Yeah.
I don't really know, but I do know that there is a lot of attention to detail in that movie because it is a period piece. And you know, it's just, there's always a debate around these movies where it's like, does best costume design really just always go to the period pieces, right? Like, it's really hard to make notable costume designs unless you're setting it in like some kind of sci-fi dystopia or just a period piece. Because otherwise, it's just normal clothes that everyone wears when it's a modern movie, pretty much. So, I mean, and that's nothing wrong with that, obviously. I mean, yeah, those movies have the best costume design, so they're going to get nominated. It's just that simple, which I agree. But yeah, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Sinners, I do think all of those have great costume designs. I mean, none of us are really that big into costume design, personally, compared to the other categories, so not very sure, but yeah, good pick. So, Max, yours is Sinners?
Yeah.
All right. Costume design. The winner was Frankenstein. Max said Sinners, and we said Frankenstein.
I said
So that's 1
Sinners?
point
You
for
said Sinners.
Gabe and 1 point for
I thought I said Frankenstein.
So let's do Max, McKenna, Gabe.
It's fine. I know I'd come back.
All right.
Let's see.
All right, McKenna gets 1. All right, so now we're 0, 1, 1. I mean, I think it was so deserved. I was thinking it was going to go to Sinners there for a second, but I'm glad it went to Frankenstein. If there's anything that movie deserves to win, it's that and production design. All right, next category is Best Cinematography. For this, we have Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams. So, to start this off, I gotta say, personally, same boat as last one. I've seen all of these movies except for Train Dreams, but funnily enough, ironically enough, I do think out of all of these, Train Dreams has the most beautiful cinematography I think I've ever seen. I don't know how, like, it blew me away without even watching the movie, but I looked a lot into that movie, and I've been meaning to watch it. I probably most likely will in the coming days, but of what I've seen of that movie, one thing that I can appreciate is the thing that I've seen the most, obviously, is the visuals. And the cinematography of Train Dreams is, holy crap, man. Like, it is incredible. If it wasn't Train Dreams, I would say, like, One Battle After Another has some great cinematography, especially the car chase scene at the end. Holy crap. Sinners has great cinematography at certain moments, right? I don't think that's what makes the film great. I think there's other factors that stand out more, and other people in this category. I mean, movies in this category. Same thing for Marty Supreme and Frankenstein. But it has to be One Battle After Another. Train Dreams. I'm gonna stick with Train Dreams personally. What about you guys?
So, I've only seen one movie nominated, and that was One Battle After Another. Beautiful cinematography. I do agree with the ending there. I like some of those shots are absolutely nuts. And I feel like that's what's going to make it stand out for that. And specifically, I'm going to go with my gut, and that's what I'm going with.
All right. Max?
So I've seen all of these. I've seen parts of Train Dreams, though. I haven't finished it. I've tried. I just haven't had the time. Like Gabe was saying, it is beautiful. It looks amazing. It really does look like someone put all their time into it. But, I mean, like, Frankenstein was very well shot. I thought every scene had a meaning. Same thing with Sinners, but like Gabe was saying, not the best quality of shots. So out of all of these, I would say Frankenstein will probably win, but I could see Train Dreams like easily winning as well.
Okay, so what are you picking?
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. All right. Cool. All right, cinematography. Sinners won. And Max, you said Frankenstein. McKenna, you said One Battle After Another. And I said Train Dreams because I was really sure it was gonna win, but I guess not.
All right, it's okay.
So I mean, Sinners cinematography is amazing. That's for sure, and it deserves it. I'm a little shocked, and it's cool that it's the first woman to ever win a cinematography award, which is crazy.
Well, I know now all of my other ones are wrong because I said Sinners for like 5 things.
All right, next up we have Best Visual Effects. And this one I found very interesting. So let me just see. Okay, yeah. So Best Visual Effects are Avatar: Fire and Ash, F1, Jurassic World: Rebirth, The Lost Bus, and Sinners. All of these movies do use obviously VFX, but the thing is, all of them use them to different degrees. Sinners uses it a lot. I don't know necessarily if, again, just like cinematography, that's the most standout part of the film. Although the VFX in Sinners is incredible, it is really great. I do appreciate the practical more. Like there's a lot of practical effects in Sinners that I think are very much more standout, which is a later category. But I wouldn't say it would go to that. I would say also for F1, even though I haven't seen F1, I will say of what I saw, the VFX did look good, but I think it's another case of like the VFX isn't the biggest part of that movie. It's like kind of like hidden VFX. Like the point of the VFX is just kind of like to hide it and make it flow with the movie more. And when it comes to like VFX that is meant to like hide, certain elements that you don't want seen in a movie, I think that's much more appreciated than like just like full on animated stuff. But I mean, obviously, I gotta say the obvious choice that I think is honestly going to win because it just, I would be shocked if it doesn't, is Avatar: Fire and Ash. I mean, it is once again a revolutionary film that has just some crazy effects in it. And yeah, gotta appreciate it. What about you guys?
So before anyone gets mad at me here, let me just preface that F1 was on in the background one day. This is a scenario for Interstellar for me. It's similar. I was not really paying that much attention because it just went on so long. Cannot keep my attention span for just driving a car for 2 freaking hours.
You're gonna make Max mad.
But from what I did see of it, I mean, effects-wise, I gotta hand it to it. It's kind of impressive. So, I'm gonna go with F1, regardless of the fact it could not hold my attention.
All right, Max.
First off, F1 is phenomenal.
Boom.
You just have the shortest attention span known to man.
All right.
I love F1. I think it was one of the best movies that came out last year. But nothing can compete with Avatar.
Right.
Avatar, the entire thing is basically just visual effects, and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Pandora actually looks like it exists.
Yeah.
which is like amazing.
I do remember when these nominations came out, people were saying there's a big snub for this category. I'm trying to think what it was for visual effects. Let me look it up actually, because I do want to point it out if it's a big one. Oh, Superman. Yes. Agreed.
Yeah.
Superman wasn't nominated for anything, right? Which, I mean, it's all right. But I do think if there's anything it should be nominated for, it's visual effects. Because that had the most creative, I think, use of visual effects I've ever seen. And even though I don't think it would necessarily have won, especially with these nominees, I do think it deserved a nomination over, like, The Lost Bus, for example. Like, I know The Lost Bus is pretty all right, Matthew McConaughey movie. And it's about the California wildfires, if I remember correctly. But I do think it's a random pick in comparison to, like, Superman, which I gotta say, like, come on. I feel like it deserved a place here, you know?
The biggest problem with like superhero movies is they always get snubbed at every award show.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just because of the type of movie it's trying to be, but like most superhero movies are action. And like Sinners has action, one battle after another has action. So I don't get why we can't have those comic book movies in award shows.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. There's been a few moments when they've been recognized, which is amazing. I think the biggest example is Black Panther, which is like, hell yeah. But we need more of that, right? We need more
I
recognition.
think especially if the movie is done well and adheres to the actual story that is trying to be portrayed, then it should be in there.
And I think Superman hits so many emotional beats that it feels more like a movie than any hero movie has. But whatever. All right, visual effects. Ooh. We all clocked it except for McKenna.
Ooh.
I think this one was such a given because it's just.
But it's CGI.
Yeah. All right, 1-1.
So I feel like that shouldn't really.
Well, it's
Yeah,
visual effects.
because you said F1, and I think that's a fair guess. But all right, let's move on to best sound. The nominees are F1, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Surratt. Now, these are some good noms. Before we get into it, I do got to point out another snub that I did notice that I do think is crazy, and we were actually talking about this movie, is Warfare. Warfare had, like, everybody was talking about one of the most incredible sound designs of the year. And the fact it wasn't even nominated for an Oscar is insane. Like, that actually blows my mind.
I know people have told me that movie is hard to watch, not because it's bad, but because it was done too well.
It was, like, insane.
Like, it feels like you're in the lore.
So, I mean, that's kind of crazy. But with the nominees we have here, again, I haven't seen F1, but I can only imagine F1 has some incredible sound design. I mean, it's an F1 movie. Frankenstein has good sound. I do think it does. I don't know if that's the standout part of the film again, but One Battle After Another does have some great sound design, which I did really like all the like explosions, driving, and like the little mixing in with the soundtrack, which was like a bunch of random instruments. I thought that was really cool. Sinners has some great sound design, very, very good sound design, especially with, again, the use of music. Again, it's not a music category, but like the way that you integrate both sound and music to like blend together really grabs my attention. Surratt is a great pick. I do think Surratt has great sound design with like the rave and like all like the the desert. I do think it's I'm glad they included that. But I gotta say, I gotta give my pick to, this is a hard one. I might give it to another one I haven't seen. I might have to give it to F1. Because I just looking at this list, I'm like, what would I think? I'm trying to think like logically here. I'm trying to pick what I don't like, not what I want to win, what I think is gonna win. And what I think is gonna win is F1. I do think if there's any Oscars F1's gonna get, I think it's gonna be this one. All right, what about you guys?
I'm still thinking, Max.
Out of all, so music is obviously sound. Like,
Yeah.
we listen to it.
Yeah.
But this category is more based on anything but music with sounds.
Yeah.
And F1 does that, like, amazingly. you hear the cars, and it is so loud. And they have a scene like near the end while they're racing, and like you can just hear like all the engines, and it just sounds like you're actually there, like in the pit stop waiting for the car to come.
Yeah.
So for that, it has to win. And if it doesn't win, I would be very disappointed.
I'm in between One Battle After Another and F1.
Okay.
And I feel like that's a difficult, like, you know.
Well, like you said at the beginning, go with your gut. What you know. It's all right. I mean, they may surprise us. I wouldn't be surprised if One Battle won over F1. I wouldn't. I mean, the Oscars is known for just
The Leo love.
the Leo love, yeah.
I'm gonna go with One Battle After Another.
All right. And I agree. That's a great pick too. I do think it would have been between those two as well for me. I think also Sinners would have been in there probably.
That's a rough battle.
Yeah.
But I think if
No pun
anything,
intended.
Sinners is probably gonna be for like a later category.
There's definitely there's a lot that Sinners is gonna win, I'm sure. There is the next category, which is sound,
Which I think Gabe.
which me and you both said F1,
Yeah, I should have
and you said One Battle.
I should have let you pick first.
So Max has 2, I have 3. I'm like shocked I got that right.
Yeah, because you just copied off of me.
I'm
I
gonna
copied off
come
of
back.
you.
I know I'm gonna come
you
back.
think- Play the clip.
Playback?
All right, and let's get into the next category, which I think actually, funnily enough, this is one. I'm not gonna spoil it. Film editing. Film editing. The nominees are F1, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. This I have not seen. Yep, I've seen every movie except F1. F1. I mean. I'll let you talk about that, but just because I haven't seen it, I'm just gonna assume that the other categories have the better pick. I'd say Marty Supreme. I'm trying to remember. Marty Supreme has some really like intense scenes, and there's some good editing in there. One Battle After Another has some great editing too, for sure. Sentimental Value has some cool editing. There's some really cool like scenes in there. I don't know if editing's a standout part of it. I actually do think I'm gonna give this one to Sinners though. Sinners has some like really creative editing. Like there's a scene where I can't remember the names of the characters. I'm sorry, I haven't seen the movie in a while. But Haley Berry, right?
Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld. Haley Steinfeld's character is walking away from the group of the vampires outside, like right before they take over.
Yeah.
And the main one flies up.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to like it hard cuts to a clip inside of somebody scream singing, and that like cut. There's no jump scare sound effect. There's no like music, but it freaks you out because it's like, whoa, they're flying, and then it cuts to someone screaming, so it like triggers like, yeah, it's crazy. And then of course the main scene of like the infamous scene that everyone talks about. Like I mean that's just such incredible editing. Like I gotta give this one to Sinners. It's incredible. What about you guys?
My gut is leaning towards Sinners. I mean, just from what I saw from the trailer, I was meaning to watch the movie, but just never got around to it. But I mean, from what I've seen on it, I think that it has a good shot to win this.
Okay.
So F1 is, I feel like, a very like generic editing.
Okay.
Like it does have good moments.
But very straightforward.
Yeah, but it's like they don't do anything like Sinners does.
Mm-hmm.
Marty Supreme has some of those like fast-paced editing movements,
Yeah.
but still, One Battle, obviously the end car chase is good. But I feel like that's all that's like in that. I haven't seen Sentimental Value. I've been wanting to, but
I'd say same as F1. It's pretty straightforward. There's a few cool moments in there, but nothing special.
but Sinners is so well shot. Like all the one takes they have, I believe they have 3 one takes. And the first one is just like so good. You get led from the car to the shop and then back to the car in
Yeah.
all one take. And like you're just following smoke. It's so good. Obviously, when Preacher Boy is playing on his guitar, great scene.
Yeah.
Just talking about like the generations to come and the generations before. Obviously, great scene. And then everything that happens like after that is just so well shot, and you can like feel the suspense every single like cut.
Agreed.
So obviously, I have to give it to Sinners.
Yeah, and I do got to point out too that I can't believe we didn't talk about yet when it comes to Sinners. It was nominated for VFX, and now that I think back to it, there is a very blaringly obvious VFX like that is done throughout the whole film that is incredible, which is the double casting, the Michael B. Jordan's.
Yeah.
Smoke and Stack. Like that's absolutely incredible, like incredible work. And I mean, we gave it to Avatar. You gave it to McKenna gave it to F1, but there's also film editing too. I think has a big part of it because even when there's not scenes when they're together that requires VFX, there's also a case of when they just film two completely different scenes with Michael B. Jordan in different costumes, but you have to edit those together like it's a normal conversation. And there's a lot of heavy lifting done there. So
I really do like.
I think it's incredible.
Off the bat, that you see both of them right next to each other, and it doesn't even look like it looks like they should both be there.
Oh yeah.
And I guess speaking on Sinners, since no one wants to talk about it, 16 different nominations.
Yeah, I mean, we probably should have pointed out some of the stats before this, but yeah, most nominated film in history of the Oscars.
And sadly, it's
Which is
only
awesome.
going to win like 5 of them. But
Yeah, I mean, but I do think it's better than some cases because there has been so many cases of movies having so many nominations and like
Just
being
not winning.
shut out or just winning like 1 or 2. So I mean, I do think it stands a good chance, which is awesome. Next up we have film editing. This one this one's always like a random one.
Yeah,
that I never expect.
I know.
So we
Yeah,
all
but-
guessed Sinners, but it was one battle after another, which is fair.
I mean, I get
it
it.
was good.
3 hours
Yeah.
to like keep you intrigued, I guess.
I just never really understand like the nuance of these
No.
categories sometimes, so it's hard to really tell. Let's move on to the next category, production design. We have Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. All right, well, let's see. Marty Supreme and One Battle After Another there's a lot of scenes in like cities or Marty Supreme cities or outside areas, One Battle After Another. I don't think there's any notable like set pieces. There is a couple, obviously, but I don't think, again, it's compared to the other categories as much work. I'm sure there's work into it. You get what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
not a standout. The other 3, Hamnet, Frankenstein, and Sinners, I do think are the biggest contenders. Frankenstein obviously is just everything going into that film visually and artistically is just the craft is all set to create that aesthetic. Guillermo del Toro has that creative vision that just comes to life and it's beautiful. Hamnet I haven't seen. I know I need to see it. I will see it, but the big part of that movie is it being like about like a play and like a playwright and just there's a lot of production design in that too. And of what I've seen of that movie, it looks beautiful. And then Sinners, obviously, I mean, even though it takes place largely in one setting, that setting has so much work put into it, and it's absolutely incredible. I'm just gonna throw one out there that I haven't seen again. I'm just gonna give it to Hamnet just because I haven't nominated it
Question.
yet. But yeah,
Is it based off Hamlet?
Hamnet is based off of the story of William Shakespeare about how he made Hamlet, because William Shakespeare had a son with his wife named Hamnet. And the son died when he was really young to the plague. I think it's the plague. I'm not fully sure. But he died really young. And the grief from that caused William Shakespeare to write the story of Hamlet, which is largely like based around the idea of his son. So it's about William Shakespeare. Like Paul Mescal, he plays William Shakespeare in the movie. So it's really sad. I mean, I heard the movie's really sad, and I really do want to watch it.
That was just my first thought because Hamnet looks like Hamlet to me.
I mean, yeah,
So,
that's what everyone assumes, and that's what I assume too. But all right, what do you guys think?
I gotta go Frankenstein.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, I agree. That's a great pick.
You can't doubt Del Toro just because of like other things he's done, and I know everyone has absolutely seen it. So
It's great.
um,
Max?
I wanted to say Sinners coming into this, but then I had to think back. The movie is about 2 hours and 15 minutes long. It's about that long. Over half of the movie is just in one spot,
It is.
which obviously, I mean, the spot, like, the location's still great.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about production design, like, they didn't have the design for all of these places. It was really just like 3 to 4 places.
Yeah, that's
You go back and look at Frankenstein, they go all over.
Yeah.
Like, they have like 20 different areas they go to. So for that, I have to say Frankenstein.
All right. I will say in the terms of Sinners, though, I mean, I do still think like that is an impressive feat.
Oh no, it looks like amazing.
Yeah,
but
and
all of Frankenstein's.
I get what
also
you mean.
looks
There's
amazing.
there's just more to pick from when it comes to the other category. Yeah, and I mean, thinking like an Oscars voter, that's what I would say. All right, good picks. Production design. Production design. I did not guess that somehow. I thought I guessed Frankenstein.
I'm gonna come
I said
back.
Hamnet. So McKenna and Max, you guys guessed Frankenstein, which is very deserved.
I'm back.
I'm gonna come back. I'm coming.
You are not coming back.
I am coming.
So
Animated
me and you
feature.
have 3. McKenna's 2. Let me delete these as we go. All right. Here's some. Here's where we get into some of the big ones. So first up, best animated feature film. This is a big one, obviously. We got. we got
I know what you're gonna say.
Arco, Leo, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little Emily. Oh, I think it's Emily, or is it Amelie?
I think it's Amelie.
Amelie, or the character of Rain, and Zootopia 2. When it comes to animated feature films, I have been slacking. I have only seen 2, K-pop and Zootopia. But I do think, honestly, when it comes to the Oscars, that's all you really need to see. Because I do think those are the 2 big runner-ups. I obviously. It would be awesome to see another Flow situation and get, like, you know, one of the, I know Little Amelie. I don't know if I forget
It's
to say it.
Amelie.
Yeah, I have seen videos of the people who made it, and I know that's like a very small production in comparison to these other films. Same thing for Arco, I'm pretty sure. I think is it Neon, I think? I don't know, I can't remember. So it's not super small, but in comparison to like the big hitters. The underdogs would be cool to see. Leo, I heard, was mixed. I didn't get a chance to see that movie. It looked pretty cool. I saw some of the stuff in it. Looked neat. And it was original, which you can appreciate, but I heard it wasn't the best. So I gotta say, in between K-pop Demon Hunters and Zootopia 2, which is obviously gonna be between, I'm gonna give it to K-pop Demon Hunters because I do not think, I honestly do think it is a great film. Like, unironically, it surprised me, and it took the world by storm this year, and I would be surprised if it didn't win. What about you guys?
Before McKenna goes, because I don't want to hear the hate. Before mine, I'm going.
Okay.
I've seen 4 of them. I've seen Akko, Elio, K-pop Demon Hunters,
Wow.
and Zootopia 2.
You've seen Arco? Okay.
I did. Akko is good. It does have great animated moments, but obviously it's the main 2. Elio, obviously it's original, but Disney's been slacking
Yeah,
so
it
hard.
wasn't
It's
the
bad.
best. I'm assuming.
First of all, Pixar and Disney are 2 different production companies. Just so you know.
Disney's bought by Pixar. It's the exact same thing.
Opposite.
They're both on Disney Plus.
Opposite words.
Other way around. Anyways.
Pixar is bought by Disney, and also
Disney
Pixar
bought
is the one who's
Pixar.
been slacking, not Disney.
Okay, we get it.
Let's take a wild guess, Max. What are you going to pick?
So, first off, I want to give my props to Zootopia 2.
Yeah.
One of the highest grossing movies of all time.
And it was great.
It was great. I loved every part of it. It
Yeah.
was a great sequel, which a lot of times you don't see by Disney or Pixar. Which I
Or
don't
just
care.
in general. Like, sequels are hard to nail. Yeah.
It's just hard to capture the love of that first movie and then bring it in and make a movie just as good.
Agreed.
But I am giving it to the #1 movie on Netflix, the #1 movie of 2025, one of the most listened to soundtracks of all time for a movie.
Always on the radio. Always.
Hasn't left the top 10 of Netflix since its release of June 2025. I'm giving it to K-pop Demon Hunters. It is all over. It was so good that they brought it to theaters, and it had one of the highest opening weekend of all time. And then they did it again.
Yeah.
How can you hate on it
And
when
guess what? I don't care because the movie annoys me.
All right, McKenna, what's your
The
opinion?
soundtrack annoys me. So I'm giving it to Zootopia 2 because it deserves it.
All right.
Get out of here.
Because, like you said, it is hard to make a sequel,
It is
bring
hard.
the love of the first movie, and put it right back, and they did exactly
Hey,
that.
it's between those two movies for sure, and I do think they're both great. So we'll see what happens.
So K-pop Demon Hunters should lose.
But I do disagree with your hate against K-pop Demon, which I will say. But it's fair. I respect it. I just don't agree.
It was so good.
Lose.
No, it was so good that we found out there was a 3-hour version of the movie, and people started boycotting for the 3-hour version to be released. That's how amazing this movie is.
Yeah. Animated feature film.
Which I know I got wrong.
Sucks to be McKenna.
We know what happened there. K-pop Demon Hunters did end up winning. So how's it feel, McKenna?
Depressing.
Yeah, I thought so.
Depressing.
Yeah.
No, it's very deserved. Me and
No,
Max
no.
got that right.
Yeah,
No.
Most watched movie of 2025.
Yeah,
Max, you're
BTW.
just jealous of my clothes.
Oh. Chloe cameo.
All right, well, let's move on. Next category, I unfortunately don't know as much as I want to about.
Boy.
It is the international feature film category. I will say, though, this is a great year for international feature films, but there is a glaringly obvious omission that is absolutely mind-blowing, and that's freaking... Dude, what happened to No Other Choice? Why was No Other Choice so shut out of the Oscars this year? I mean, everyone's talking about it. We've heard it countless times, but that movie was so incredibly well done. And the fact there's not a single nomination is insane. So if that was there, honestly, I would have picked that. But with the options we have, it is Brazil, The Secret Agent, France with It Was Just an Accident, Norway with Sentimental Value, Spain with Surat, and, I'm going to butcher this name, Tunisia with the voice of Hind Rajab. I'm sorry if I butchered that. I honestly think it's pretty obvious that it's going to be between two, which is Brazil and France, because of the fact that The Secret Agent and not Brazil and France. I'm sorry, Brazil and Norway. Duh. Just because of the fact that The Secret Agent and Sentimental Value were both nominated in other categories a lot. Surat was too, but only I think one. So I don't know if that's. And then I think It Was Just an Accident was nominated too. I think for screenplay. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty cool. But I will say, it's honestly between Brazil and Norway. As a Brazilian, I would want to go with Secret Agent. I haven't seen the movie, unfortunately. I want to. I did see though, compared to other Brazil entries, which I think the other one that was a big one, and I think I'm pretty sure one. Yeah, if I remember, was I'm Still Here. And I do think I'm Still Here was an incredible movie. I love that movie. But The Secret Agent I heard wasn't incredible. I heard it wasn't the best, which I think is a fair assumption. So just because of that, just because of what I heard, and because I only have seen the other one, which is Sentimental Value, I'm honestly going to give it to Sentimental Value. It's a great movie. It's emotional. It's beautiful. And I think it deserves the win. But I wouldn't be let down if honestly any of these other ones won, because It Was Just an Accident won the Palme d'Or, and then Surat is also incredible. I haven't heard of I've heard of it, but I haven't seen the voice of Hind Rajab, so I'm not sure. But I'm curious to see. I don't know. This is a great year for international films. What about you guys?
I haven't seen any of these, but I did see a little bit as I was sitting across the aisle from you on the plane as you were watching Sentimental Value.
What a way to watch it.
I did watch it on the plane back from Florida. Yep.
So, I mean, I just saw one part of the house thingy.
The house is a big part of it. Yeah.
And so I'm gonna give it to that.
Okay. What about you, Max?
Well, the first thing I do want to say is I am very upset that it has to be international feature film, because Neja 2 exists.
That's right. I did forget.
Neja 2 became the 5th highest grossing movie of all time with $2.2 billion.
It should have been
And
nominated for animated feature
It
film.
should have. It should have also been nominated for this.
But also, yeah.
It has to be a feature film, which
Yeah.
I think is a complete snub because if you want to bring these international like countries and have their movies shown in the U.S.,
Yeah.
it should just be international films, or you do one of this, and then you do an international animated film. Because
Yeah.
Spirited Away is an international animated film,
Yeah.
and it won last year, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 2 years ago.
Won. Wait, Spirited Away?
Yeah, didn't it win?
It won, but that came out like years, like decades ago.
Did it?
Yeah, that's an old movie.
Dude, I've seen it in the theaters, like trailers so much last year.
Yeah,
thought
because
it
they
came-
re-release it a lot. Yeah. No, Spirited Away. It was like 2002, I think.
God, I'm old.
It was 2001. Yeah.
I might be dumb, you know.
It's fine. No, I understand what you were thinking, but I
Okay.
mean that shows how well the animation held up in that movie. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
It looks like it could be
Yeah.
released today.
But what are you gonna pick? Yeah, what's your pick?
It was just an accident. I think
Okay,
I've
yeah.
seen the most out of that, and I think it is great. Sentimental Value I've heard is great too.
And it
But-
won the Palme d'Or, so.
But I'm still saying Neja too, and the snub is crazy.
International feature film.
I actually think I got this one right.
You did not get it right.
Oh,
You
it was
guessed
no
it was
way.
just an accident, but
I
it was
got it
actually Sentimental Value, which me and McKenna got. So, 3.
I don't like you people.
I'm gonna, just for the sake of time, I'm gonna skip over the 2 categories that most people skip over. I'm gonna be completely honest, which
Which ones?
is documentary, short film, and just documentary film.
Wow.
Have you seen any of these? Let me just list them off. See if you guys have seen them. The Alabama Solution, Come See Me in the Good Light, Cutting Through Rocks, Mr. Nobody Against Putin, and The Perfect Neighbor.
I've seen The Perfect Neighbor.
You seen The Perfect Neighbor?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll specifically write down an extra little one for you.
This it's about this like person who like shoots this guy through the door. Cause like
Whoa.
yeah, and like then the cops come and arrest her.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I don't wanna give away
yeah,
too much.
I'm not saying. And we're also gonna skip best short film, like a live action short film, and I think
Yeah.
animated. There's an animated one, right? Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna skip those. I'm not saying they're bad or anything or demeaning. I know everyone jokes about that. They're just as awesome. It's just we don't have time and
Yeah,
we
well-
don't watch these. I'm sorry. Okay. Same thing for documentaries. I make documentaries myself. Okay. I love documentaries, but I just don't. We don't have time. All right.
Coming for you, Max.
Documentary feature film. You were the
I
only
didn't win
one who
this one
did a
either.
guess, but yeah, it was actually Mr. Nobody.
I only saw The Perfect Neighbor.
Let's go on to a big one. Best original song. Here's another fun one that's gonna spark some really nice debates. All right, so we have "Dear Me" from Diane Warren, Relentless. That is so funny. "Golden" from K-pop Demon Hunters. "I Lied to You" from Sinners. "Sweet Dreams of Joy" from Viva Verdi, and "Train Dreams" from Train Dreams. I'm gonna be honest. I've literally heard of a lot of these, like every single nominee so far. This is the first one where I've literally never heard of Viva Verdi. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just like, I've never heard of it. So if you guys know what that is, please let me know. But I don't know what Viva Verdi is. So just for that, I'm gonna skip it. Diane Warren. I mean, if you don't know, Diane Warren has literally been nominated for an Oscar like so many times, and she hasn't won once.
Is she gonna get over the hump
Once.
this year?
I don't know. It's so funny though. It's like literally so funny. I don't know how it's possible. And she's not winning this year. There's like 2 big hitters. And then "Train Dreams" from Train Dreams. I mean, again, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't really know what that song is. But I'm just gonna get straight to the point. I'm gonna assume it's between 2 big ones, which is "Golden" from K-pop Demon Hunters and "I Lied to You" from Sinners. I do think when it comes to Sinners, I do think they could have picked a better song. There's another song in the movie. I can't remember what it's called, but I do think "I Lied to You" is the second best. Just saying. I mean, it could have been nominated for 2. That's happened before. 2 songs nominated. I'm just nitpicking, but "I Lied to You" is also freaking incredible, and the scene is just incredible too. But I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm gonna give this one to "Golden." I mean, there hasn't been a song that I've heard more this year than "Golden." I mean, it has become a cultural phenomenon. It is insane. So I gotta give it to "Golden." What about you guys?
Okay, I'll go. I was instantly gonna say Golden, and I was gonna do this whole bit of how it's the greatest song ever released. But I looked down one, and I see I Lied to You, and I don't know if I can pick Golden over that.
It's
It
great.
Was, in the like spec of the movie, it is one of the greatest songs like I've ever listened to. But I feel like with like an original song, you should be able to listen to it like on the radio, in a playlist, and in the movie. And I feel like
Yeah.
for that, I have to go Golden.
And see,
But-
that was my train of thought, like what I was getting at when I say like the other song in Sinners is more better as a standalone song,
Yeah.
because this one, I Lied to You, is great, but I think it's only incredible when you pair it with the the scene.
Don't get me wrong. I Lied to You is like, in my opinion, miles better than Golden. But
Yeah,
I
it's a
still,
great song.
I still love Golden, and
Yeah.
I still think like it's just everywhere. Now it's time for McKenna's
All right, McKenna,
hatred.
what are you gonna pick?
Not Golden.
That is
Okay.
the most annoying song out of all of them.
Wrong.
All of them.
Wrong.
Okay, this movie has a horrible soundtrack.
Wrong.
Wrong.
And Golden is just the worst out
Incorrect.
of all of it.
Wrong.
I get so annoyed
Takedown's
and
worse.
just
Takedown is worse. I do think the Golden isn't the best song.
No, it's not. It's by not.
it gets repetitive. It gets
Free,
annoying.
Free's better. Your
yeah,
Idol's
that's good,
better. How it's done's better.
Soda
like,
Pop.
Soda Pop is not better.
Soda Pop. Oh my god.
Get out.
No. All right. What are you picking?
I lied to you.
I lied to you,
I'm
okay.
staying away from Golden.
I thought you were gonna give it to Diane. I was like,
See,
Diane, this is your
I
year.
just don't get why you can't like good
I
movies.
get-
It's insane to me.
I can't. It just if it annoys me, I can't.
I feel like it's more of a you problem.
I've
than
heard
the
that
movie
song way
problem.
too many times. It gets repetitive. It gets annoying.
Best original song. This
think I
one
know what
was.
happened here.
I actually honestly had no idea what was gonna happen.
We know what happened. We don't need to say
but
it.
it ended up being Golden, and me and Max got that right. But you said I Lied to You, which was a good guess.
Quick update on this one.
Max, you have 5. I have 6. McKenna has 3.
And I'm coming.
Let's move on to the next category.
know what?
This is the new one, the first of its kind. I don't know if this was ever a thing before and they came back, but I don't think so. I think it's like the first time ever, if I'm correct. I don't know. But best casting. This is an award given to the casting director for doing a great job casting the people in the movie.
Yes.
Which is awesome, and I think that's a great category. Now we just need stunt, which I do think is coming. Right? That's a future category, stunt.
Probably.
I think so. I think
feel
they said like 2027.
I do feel like though they should nominate all the Mission Impossibles.
Yeah,
just
that's
in
like just
one.
gonna be.
Yeah.
But he got an honorary Oscar. I
Yeah,
did see.
I mean,
Tom
we'll-
Cruise.
we'll take
which
it.
is I'll take
we
it.
take what we get.
Yeah. Anyways, best casting is Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, and Sinners. And I'm gonna be honest. I think this one's pretty obvious, and I gotta say why. Out of all of these movies, casting's iffy. I'm still not fully on board with this category because I'm trying to think like a lot of the times directors directly choose like famous people to be in their movies, and when there's a lot of these movies with a lot more famous people, like it's kind of hard to tell like what was done by the casting director, right? Is this just like background work that they're like applauding, or the minor characters that were done through actual casting means? So I'm just gonna give it straight up to I'm gonna solely point out the fact, not talking about the performances of the movie, right? I'm not saying like these are like the movie with the best performance, because that's not what this category is. That would be like best ensemble. This is specifically how well the casting director saw a vision in somebody they casted portrayed onto the screen. And hear me out, I'm gonna give it to Marty Supreme. Listen, Marty Supreme casted an incredible array of actors who do not usually act. Kevin O'Leary, the guy from Shark Tank, was in this movie, and he played somebody who's basically himself, a douchebag rich guy, right? You had, obviously, Timothée Chalamet and Gwyneth Paltrow. Tyler, the Creator, was casted in this movie. Great actor, and doesn't really do much acting work. Odessa doesn't do much acting work yet. I think she's starting to take off now, but she was cast in this movie. There was a guy, the main, what's his name? there's a famous director that was cast in this movie as the bad guy, like the villain. That was like Ronald Bronstein. Yeah, not Ronald Bronstein. He's the writer. Yeah, Abel Ferreira. Like that's so incredible, right? What right here? This is the biggest one, right? Oh yeah, Penn, dude, from Penn and Teller. Penn from Penn and Teller was cast in this movie, and I couldn't even tell he was in this movie. The other guy that was also casted, the friend of Marty. What's his name? The one who wears suspenders. Luke Manley, who plays Dion. He has never acted before. And he was casted because he was found in this video that went viral online talking about how it's the funniest story. You guys got to look it up. But he was like ranting on this podcast or like this video he was on talking about the New York Mets. And it was the funniest thing ever that he actually got cast into the movie. So you get my point. They cast a lot of nobodies, or people that are famous but in other fields that they think could fit perfectly in the role because it's basically them. They're playing themselves. Gwyneth Paltrow plays an actress who is like starting to fall off and starting to lose relevancy, trying to find her light again. That's Gwyneth Paltrow. Like Gwyneth Paltrow hasn't been like she's had her prime and she's past her prime. Timothée Chalamet is pretty much Marty Supreme to the T. Like he embodied that character because he is that character. Somebody who doesn't take no for an answer. Somebody who is like you've seen in the marketing campaign. He is literally Marty. So my point, I think it deserves best casting because that is the most incredible casting I've ever seen done in a movie.
What a yap session, dude.
I gotta justify, and I think it deserves it. I'd be shocked if it didn't win it, but what are your guys' picks? It just depends on how you interpret the category, though. Like, that's the problem with best casting. Like, I don't fully understand it yet.
I think this is obvious to me, and it's not Marty's. I'm going one battle after another because
That's a
you
fair
got pick. Leo DiCaprio, you got Sean Penn, and like Bianca Del Toro all in one movie.
Right.
How can you like?
And see, that's like a different interpretation of the category, in my opinion. That's like saying, like, okay, you're praising the best performances picked for the characters that they were written. And I think that's a fair assumption of what the category is. I don't fully know what they're going for here. In my opinion, I think it's like the most outstanding work in terms of like finding like a spark in people that usually they wouldn't be seen otherwise. And that's just my interpretation of it. Max, what do you think?
You might have won me over with
Really?
So my thought going into best casting is obviously finding people who can play the role you are expecting them to play.
That's the
But
baseline.
there's obviously another layer to it because they still
Right.
have to act in
Right.
that way.
Right.
So, like with Sinners, yeah, you cast Michael B. Jordan as twins. One's more serious, one's like just goofing
Yeah.
around. But you still have to play that part.
Right. And I feel like
And-
that would be awarding the performance.
It would be, but I mean, it all starts with the casting.
That's right.
Because I mean, what if it was Leo who played the
Yeah, that would be
smoke
great.
in the other one? I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But like he probably would have done a good job, but
Yeah.
I don't think he would have done a better job than Michael B. Jordan did.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So I mean, for that, it's a toss up between Marty and Sinners, but I'll give it to Marty because
Okay.
he kind of won me over.
No, I think that's a good assumption. I'm just curious to see what wins. I think we'll need a couple years until everyone fully understands it because I've heard discourse and people are agreeing like they don't really understand what they're going for here. But best casting, this was the weird one.
I really thought I was gonna get this one.
I was not expecting this one. So me and Max said Marty, but you said one battle, and it was one battle.
Dude, Ultra Snipe, bro.
Yeah, that was a great snipe. That's the weird category. It's cool to see the casting directors get recognized,
It's a
but
new category this year too.
Yeah.
so McKenna's four. But that I was not expecting. One battle to win. All right, we got to start speeding it up. We don't have much time, so
We
let's
don't have time for the rants.
let's start running through these. Best original and adapted screenplay. So original is when it's a completely original piece that hasn't been done before. Adapted means multiple things. It could be adapted from somebody's life. It could be a sequel. It could be adapted from a novel, a play, a song, whatever. It just means it's not fully original. It's based on something else. So for an original screenplay, we have Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. This is really difficult. This is actually really hard. Shoot. What do you guys think?
I have no clue, so I'm just gonna go off on a limb. And my first thought, even though I haven't seen it, is gonna be Marty Supreme.
Damn.
Okay.
I gotta go with Sinners. I
Okay.
just think Sinners was such a well thought out movie. But I was kind of shocked when you said adapted is from like someone's life, but Monty Supreme's on here.
That's true. That's true. So maybe it isn't fully that. But Hamnet is based off someone's life, and it's in the adapted category. So I don't know. I don't fully know I do think adapted is based on someone, but I think the fact is Marty Supreme is a little like so much far removed from Marty Mauser's actual life that I think it qualifies for original. But I don't know. But what are you gonna give? You say Sinners?
Yeah. Sinners.
All right, and then for that, I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna do something random. I'll do Sentimental Value.
Damn.
I truly don't know what's gonna win this. There's a lot of good ones in this.
It's gonna be Sinners. Don't worry.
I don't know about that. All right, adapted. Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams. I actually do think this one's pretty obvious. I'm gonna give it to One Battle, because I think this one One Battle won like other screenplay awards at other award shows for a lot. So I'm gonna give it.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that one.
And it's just such a good movie. But it's based off
You don't know because
it's based off
literate.
violence, right? Vineland. Yes, the novel Vineland.
I will also give it to
Yeah,
One Battle.
violence.
Script, best original screenplay.
I had to have gotten this one. If I didn't-
Max said Sinners.
Yes.
McKenna said Marty Supreme. I said Sentimental Value.
Who
So
loses?
Max got that one. Adapted, we all guessed the same thing. One Battle After Another. And we all got it right. Because that one was pretty much a given.
I mean, what else would it have been?
Yeah.
Like Frankenstein, I guess.
I think it was either between that or Hamnet for sure. All right. Let's go to skipping short film. Original score. So this isn't like songs, it's just like background music, which I love. I listen to OSTs all the time. And there's Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle, and Sinners. You're going to hate me for it, but I'm going to go with One Battle. Johnny Greenwood, guy from Radiohead, as I like to say. Sinners has an incredible score, but there is no soundtrack that I listen to more than One Battle. And I do think it's between One Battle and Sinners. And I honestly do think Sinners has the higher up here. But I do got to give it to One Battle. I mean, I listen to that all the time. It's such a good soundtrack.
You are the biggest fiend
Hey.
for One Battle, I swear.
Listen, I'm not hating on Sinners. I'm just telling the truth, bro. What do you think?
I'm not mad at you for that, because that's what I was thinking too. Listen, the Sinners score, great, but there's some, you just gotta give it
I'd
to
be
One
happy if
Battle.
either wins. I'm gonna assume you're going Sinners.
No, actually, the biggest curveball, I'm giving it to Frankenstein.
That is a
Then you
curveball.
can't be mad.
Really?
I can still be mad. Frankenstein just sounds so good.
I mean,
Dude, it's such a cool period piece, and the music really brings you to that.
all right. Hey.
Dude, you guys are just
Best original score. I think this one was pretty obvious. I don't know why I didn't guess it, but looking back, it makes sense. I was gonna say, One Battle After Another was my guess. McKenna said Marty Supreme, but the real winner was Sinners.
I'm just too good at
Oh wait,
best original score.
best original score. Oh wait, no, I got it wrong. I was looking at the wrong one.
Wait, what?
Best original score, none of us got. You said Frankenstein, for some reason.
I don't like you.
Why'd you say Frankenstein?
I don't know.
Roll the clip. I'm just kidding. And we both guessed One Battle. I mean, looking back, it's very obvious it was going to be Ludwig, but. Best
biggest
makeup and hairstyling: Frankenstein, Kokuho, Sinners, The Smashing Machine, and The Ugly Stepsister. Okay, wow. The Ugly Stepsister is crazy to see on here. That's a horror movie about Cinderella. It's the horror movie version where she like cuts off her foot.
God.
But anyways, that's cool to see there. So props to horror. But I'm gonna give it to Smashing Machine because it'd be cool to
'Cause of
see
The
another.
Rock?
The Rock
Yeah.
just didn't look like The Rock. It's so incredible. Sinners and Frankenstein had some incredible as well. But I gotta give it to the Smashing Machine. What about you guys?
I gotta give it to Frankenstein.
All right.
Sinners.
All right.
Dude, Revik just looks so good.
Oh yeah, it's so incredible.
Now this is where I didn't expect myself to get more than 5.
Makeup.
There's no way.
The winner was Frankenstein. Max, you put Sinners. I put
I'm
Smashing Machine. McKenna, you put Frankenstein.
No, I think we gotta keep rolling these clips back because I'm like positive I didn't say something.
So, Max, you have 7. I have 7. McKenna has 6. All right. Here's a big one. Best Director. We have Chloe Zhao for Hamnet. I probably butchered that name. I'm sorry.
No, you got it.
She won before, right? For Nomadland. Yeah, she won Best Picture. So it's cool to see her up here again. Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme. Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another. Joachim Trier for Sentimental Value, which is really cool to see. And Ryan Coogler for Sinners. Personally, I think it's between. Honestly, everyone here is incredible. Everyone has had such a lead in so many award seasons and stuff, and done a great job. But I'm actually gonna give it to Ryan Coogler. I think it'd be great to see him win. Personally, it was between him and Paul Thomas, but I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it.
Why
Ryan
wouldn't
Coogler.
Yeah, this is another situation where I think it's going to be against One Battle and Sinners, but I want to give it to Sinners because I feel like you can't, like...
It's incredible work. Yeah.
Quick little rant. Sinners is in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. It is one of the greatest masterpieces I've ever watched. So for that, Ryan Coogler, you are God, you are GOAT.
Hell yeah.
And
Best Director. We all got it wrong. It was Paul Thomas Anderson, but we all
definitely
guessed
said
Ryan
Ryan
Coogler. Yeah. Shoot, we have like no time. Oh god.
No, we got it.
All right, we have to go through all the acting categories. Here we go. Best Supporting Actor. Benicio del Toro for One Battle, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, Delroy Lindo for Sinners, which is so cool to see, Sean Penn for One Battle, and Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental. I'm gonna give it to Sean Penn.
Sean Penn.
He did such a great job in the movie.
Del Toro.
Del Toro?
Yep.
I agree. That's also a great performance. What about you?
I said Sean Penn right after
Sean
you.
Penn. All right. It's really cool to see Delroy there, though. That's
This is
so
just
sick.
trying to go fast because we have like
Yeah,
no
yeah,
time.
yeah. Best Supporting Actor. This one.
Yeah, no, this.
I already know.
I'm glad.
I locked this one in, yeah. This one was, where is it? Actor and supporting role. It was Sean Penn, so deserved. McKenna and me guessed Sean Penn. You said Del Toro. I don't think he stood a chance,
I'm
that's for
such
sure.
a bum. I should have said Jacob Elordi. At least that would have made sense.
All right, Max has 7, McKenna has 7, I have 8.
No way McKenna's making a comeback.
All right, Best Actress. Jessie Buckley for Hamnet, Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue, it's crazy, Renate Rensvit for Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone for Begonia.
This is odd.
All of these are incredible. Except Kate Hudson. I don't know why she's there, but she did a good job. But she doesn't belong there. I think Chase Infinity should have been nominated, but that's besides the point. Anyways, I'm gonna give it to Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. I haven't seen as much discourse around her for like anybody else. Like she is the standout, and I do think she's gonna win, without
Emma
a doubt.
Stone.
I'm saying Rose.
It'd be crazy if Emma Stone won again.
Rose Byrne, whatever.
Rose Byrne?
She's a great actress.
If I Had Legs I'd Kick You was mid in my opinion, but I thought Rose Byrne was great. All right, supporting.
Actress, yeah.
Ella Fanning for Sentimental Value, Inga for Sentimental Value, Amy Madigan for Weapons. That's so sick.
Bang.
Wunmi Mosaku for Sinners, also incredible, and Tiana Taylor for One Battle, also incredible. But I don't think she was the most standout performance. So I'm gonna give it to. I've actually seen all these movies. This is the first category I've seen every one. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna give it to Amy Madigan. It would be crazy to see her win.
Bang.
That'd be so cool. What about you guys?
Elle Fanning.
Elle Fanning.
I want to be
She did
better
great
than
in
all
that.
of you, so I have to pick Tiana Taylor. she won. She somehow won the Golden Globes.
She did.
So
And it's
I
deserved.
wanna
It's a great performance, but I don't think it's as standout as the other ones.
No, I think Amy Madigan should win, but
Yeah, and
I-
Wunmi Masaku was also.
I want to win.
Best
I told you,
actress
coming for you.
in a leading role. The winner was Jessie Buckley. You guessed
Rose.
Rose Byrne. McKenna guessed Emma Stone, and I guessed Jessie Buckley.
It's over, dude.
So I got 9.
No, we both.
I mean, that one was given. She was the lead of anywhere I saw, and she won like all the other awards too. Supporting. Ooh, damn! I locked this one too. Amy Madigan. Max, you said Tiana Taylor. McKenna, you said Elle Fanning.
Thank you.
And I said Amy Madigan. Let's go. I'm so happy she won. I'm so happy. I was not expecting it though. I was honestly not expecting it.
I don't like you.
All right. We
We have actor in a leading role.
we
and
missed best actor.
picture.
They don't have best actor in
Yep.
here.
Oh.
Yeah, they do.
Not on what I'm looking at.
Okay,
They skipped
so
it.
we got Timothy Chalamet for Marty Supreme.
Yep.
Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle.
Yep.
Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon.
Yep.
Michael B. Jordan for Sinners.
Uh-huh.
And Wagner Moura.
Wagner
for-
Moura
for
for
Secret Agent.
Let's go Brazil. I will say I'm going Timothy. This is a big race right here.
I already know we're doing
No.
3 different ones.
No,
What are you going for?
no. Leo.
Leo. Yep.
And I have to go for Michael B.
Michael B. And I think those are the big 3
Big three.
contenders
Yeah,
right
it's the
there
big
for sure. So we'll see what happens. I'd be happy if any of them won. Best actor in a leading role. That's when we all said different ones. I said Timothy. McKenna said Leo.
Finally.
And you said Michael.
I get a point. Yes.
You did it. You got it right. Max says 8.
It's just amazing that you can play 2 people.
It's really cool he won though. It is.
Oh, we only have 1 more?
All right. Here we go. Best picture finally.
Oh my god, we're not even done. I thought we were
No.
done.
No.
All right, the best pictures are Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle, Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, Train, Dreams. I am going to give it it's obvious what I'm going to give it to. I'm sorry, but it's going to win. It's going to. I bet you. One Battle after another. I do think it's between that and Sinners though, and I got to say it's got to be One Battle.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't
what about you,
like
Max?
I don't like any of you.
Let's just wait till the Oscars happens.
Sinners, I will be sitting down on March 15th on my couch with my recliner watching
All right.
Sinners weep.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. We'll do a follow-up after, see how we did. I'm very curious to see, and we'll talk about the discussion. But I don't know. We have time. We'll see. I can't wait to watch.
Yeah.
One more, and that's Best Picture. We know what won. And Max, you're the only one who didn't guess it. You said Sinners, but I mean that was a good guess too. But ultimately, 8 and 11.
I tied with McKenna. Nice.
Max has 8. McKenna has 8. I got 11.
You blew us out of the
Let's
water.
go. No, good show. Good show.
I am surprised with what I guessed accurately, though. That's for sure.
The
Yeah.
fact that I actually thought about these and she guessed half of them and got them right really shows my knowledge with movies. I need to take a year hiatus.
No, I mean you had great guesses. I
Different
think
methods,
there's just
same score.
some of the categories. Like it's so hard to really nail down what they're looking for.
I don't think you said Amy Madigan. I think it was
like
Roll back the clip.
we will double check, but yeah, I mean cinematography, casting, editing. There's a lot of surprises. Like I mean, or I guess not just surprises, but it's just like I don't know what they're looking for. Like what what is the criteria? But oh well,
probably slapping someone across the face.
slapping someone across the face. Yeah, that's fair.
6 years ago.
But Marty didn't get anything. Marty got nothing.
Because Marty's a bad movie.
That is not a bad movie, that's for sure. But it is pretty crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. And until next time, peace out.